In my youthful days, I gave somebody 70 years. Atayi, I gave him 70 years. And what I told myself was that if Atayi was given 30 years and he comes back, my family will be the first family he will attack. So by the time he comes back after 70 years, I'll be dead and gone. So you see,
Ghana for better than Yajinedi. A better than ya trust no. Because Yakoni say, I didn't babe appoint the Chief Justice number NDC Chief Justice. And it obey me do too much any time, obey to me a jailu. Papa all can say do a home. What the emotions and sentimental make judgment be a interest. You will answer them. And Mwakwapa, I had the reason so Mwakwapa. Na obibi out in Kabia and Mwakwapa pa. And also for my baby, I'm a channel, and I could be a child pa. Queenie, but that say, na and there. Intimidation is a course no bino at Tiaha.
The questions about what happened, if you had waited and we started proceedings and you throw a question to the nominee to get his views on the matter, I may not object. But you can't just be allowed to run down everybody and get up and walk because you are Afenyo marking. Why? It will not be allowed. I am going to look, this whole issue about you making a preliminary statement. Show me a rule that says that you have a right to make a preliminary statement. Show me in our standing orders anything that says that you, Afenyo marking, have a right to make preliminary statements. You don't. Listen. We developed it as a practice. We developed it as a practice where normally the two leaders may make welcoming statements and general open statements, but you have converted it into a platform to do a press conference where you attack and impugn people and walk away with it. I'm saying that today you will not attack anybody and walk away once I sit in this committee.
Okay, so right. So and now that was the agenda. Say any possible means piano they will frustrate the minority. Say they will walk out and achieve ye. Mahama Yaruga adwini or the buy and say a quite be as so na or the minority will walk out. They will frustrate them. They will bully them by their numbers. Not democracy, not the systems, and I said the rule of law. That mean, once we put numbers now, they were going to use it so that now they walk out and then Chief Justice Nominee will pass it through smoothly. I mean, anyway, that's politics. Eti wamu yes wampa. Afenyo kaso wakasani asonu mu NPP for wamu kasa and so you see a vetting committee by all members. I mean, you're quite shocking. I mean, wobi awe bibi yebe money yebe wura sansem no. Eti me no kasa no in fact, wamu sorry PA Yentie the leader of the minority, Afenyo Marking.
Chairman, that's it. We would yield to you to proceed whilst we exit this committee room with our views well documented for the records, and on the floor we shall proceed with the debate, further stating our position and take a vote against the nominee as required by the rules of the plenary. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Minority Leader. But how do you reject a nominee who is yet to be vetted?
Should I respond?
The report is not ready to be voted for. We are not at a stage of approval. So your conclusion is very preemptive.
No, Chairman, let me.
Chairman
will respect.
That was a showdown. I mean, power or they abuse the power because we are there numbers no. But you see, any good precedence for so-called democracy now you're practicing because this is a Chief Justice. But be a some 2 years which is the judicial service and I said the justice system. It's a say you politicize the justice system are very dangerous because it seems say now you have to always protect your life because the judicial service acquire political because ade obia hwe bi no even around the world omo hwe bi no obia no nani beje. And no one that said the British predicted last week say Ghana is not safe for investors because the judicial system is biased too. The government is persecuting the political opponent. The British comments, business comments, edical predicted. So you ubefi so enyawe because the last time abronye case a whole judge or say enipa nyina ye nyepe na so abronye pese ote ase a wonko enwuram animal kingdom ni ruling no etisa animal kingdom etisa obi ya IGP na obi ya kanadwe kire na under democracy freedom of speech because also ya IGP ni tin ye betimi ahweso ne persecute na ya jailu no because say you sum ran say obi kanadwe kire obi a enye criminal charge enye criminal offense. A whole judge under John Mahama or Kotu animal kingdom where some animals are bigger than animals, some animals. And so in the democratic system, they are telling we, the people say, we are all equal before the law. Even in fact, the judges are equal before the law. Say, now, it is so interesting. And we are Ghana near, shall say, because this kind of judges, women on my band, only NDC judges. O share justice power ye osi we papa we just say no hwe ni dimina o said we see ye when a committee Mahamati committee onu tina mum yi justice mami took on no free ho but o hwe ni dimina on say yes the interest was so papa o hwe ni interest as wow. And I mean me yam hye mo my way because judicial service say ye the play game say ya e very very dangerous now ye hwe the course of them will be.
He raised the objection. You didn't give me the opportunity to respond. And you're saying that you have ruled. I mean, what is the fairness in this? He just raised the objection. He didn't refer to any rule this time. This time, he didn't refer to any rule. And then he says that we should go and do press conference.
Honorable Minority Leader, kindly proceed.
It is our contention that the process leading to the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Araba Isaba Tokonu was unfair, a lacked due process, it did not adhere to any constitutional procedure.
Chairman, I hope, Chairman,
to say,
that persistently violating the rules of this House is a breach of privilege. You know that. Persistently violating the rules of this House.
Chairman,
Honorable Minority Leader.
He's made a point. Let me make a point with respect to you.
Honorable Minority
Chairman,
Leader, if you can hear me out,
yes,
maybe the point that you want to make, you may realize that it is not necessary. Honorable members, let's have it in mind that we are not sitting here as a committee over any decision made by another committee or a court of competent jurisdiction. So bringing, say.
That was the showdown. All in the name said they have the numbers, but in political context, it's not about the numbers, it's about the due process. Where the Chief Justice no bad nominee no, as he scrutinize no, as he ma public ni hu any power ye. Na we mu as o mako school kuta law den. Na a due process keke ye hu ni say as a what I mean you hate the person. You chose to say Uba be a public servant as a Chief Justice. Uber interpret the law. No? So the people need to know who you are. And it is a vetting committee. We are vetting you. Sabrofuno Muntiasio. Sadio. I mean, I tell them, say the Ghana for school, many you know. Because simple English now, bro, ni no. Ghana for it to me at Dan Brofunuko. When you say vetting, so you are vetting the person for what? For Nipan stance, the capacity. I mean, the track record, the precedence, the history. And so Ghana kwa vetting ya kwatrawa. Ye who say, ye bedoso nipan, because they have almost a lot to hide from the people. Because in this situation, because of say judges, so Supreme Court judges, and most of them, are complicit, I cooperate, cartels, and they don't want them to push them. Yeah. Omunyina ya say yomu da yomu o mami womu aso womu ne omu tamfo kese. Yeah. Eti I say NDC for say no. Omu ye ko pushi papa no a obeye wadunim. Na Afenyo market so papa ndimi na nyina ye basa. Waye tem. Na Afenyo market ti wono. No waye tem what waye just we dey hwe money hwe. See their faces hwe. We dey hwe. See womu nya judge so. See their faces. Judicial power one on the committee na ye mfa yi ma me from the animu he we dey hwe na nim what is say onya Afenyo market club be ka no what is onya na be ka no see their faces akwa say see my face we dey hwe manim wo ma ye what was akwa we Afenyo market so be ha yo oh eti I motives in nyina ne say Mahama Yariga should make sure say on be frustrated the minority to walk out. Yes. And no achieve on aim no. But I mean no cry na Afenyo market I disagree some walking out. I don't know the party decision there. I mean it might be a party in taking decision fantastic, but I personally I disagree to the sense that now they should sit on the committee to frustrate them for the next day to come. Yes, that to disrupt the whole procedure. Me sana mi huna busia wo dwena ho say na nsa so walking out. Me the party position there. Ebi ana party ne mo decision say mo sorry free so because anya ye ka. Minim the I don't know. It's a party no na ebi a decision say me trust me nya lawyer obribu ahen. Na ye di nkomo ahwe legal process and procedures when it comes to this matters. But me I disagree. So I'm sorry I'm walking out. Now say mo tough pressure. Na even today vet and crown koso. Yes. Now so tete papa no mo magana for who he is. That's all. Because this is a vetting. Vetting is not pampering. They are not there to pampering the candidate. No way. Missing penny for mo di sukuu no bulini pa no mo ankasa na ade a judge obi a yeso wa judge hwe do ma hene. We yeso wa judge. O jeli wa jeli ofun kankan. Basa even Chief Justice here o make pass comment bi wa ha say yebisa ne for prison service a choke ne or say or the sentimental a whole Chief Justice say I want no maami akodua bode na wo ko twa bode no a unim pen ya ne maami kom nti sa na otimi jelu bed obi Chief Justice no oh enyini no omunyini na ne ma ha dwen o me I'm telling you
for them and they will be there. So while admitting that there are some people who shouldn't be there, there are also some people who are there because they have to be there. And honorable, we are always talking about a bunch of plantains, a crate of eggs. My mother is a Catholic, was a Catholic. I always tell this story. My mother was a Catholic. And you know, these old ladies, how when they said, in my time, the Catholic priest was a white person. So at the end of the year, my mother wants to go and then harvest a particular plantain that he has nurtured over the year. My mother was going to the farm every morning with a bent back. This young man was sitting under the shady tree. In our place, we call it in Kwankwaduasi, playing drafts. Every day, my mother passed by him to go to the farm. Now, 1 year on, it is time for harvest. My mother wants to go and harvest the plantain to come and give to the reverend minister, the white priest, who speaks Latin.
Wow, show a whole Chief Justice, a whole Chief Justice, 2025. This, I mean, a cake scenario. This, I mean, backward thing. I mean, a whole Chief Justice, say the economy first will make it some, sentences be say broni ni mami ko twa broni ay brode papa de ma broni akodi. I mean, a whole Chief Justice. 2025. Eti sane mami ko twa brode akoma broni edie na kurase kromfo bia ko twenti no otimi twaje bed ya homa ne de wako tumbe say 10 years 20 years Chief Justice ye the neighbor. See, I mean, what is this? Wow. I mean, what is it? What is this? This is serious. Say, judge, say, what is sentimental emotions and they make you decisions. Even though say the omo say we know say sometimes some cases and also some judgment, the law is in the bosom of the judge, but the judge cannot even go beyond the law, or the judge have a discretionary powers, but that does not come with what emotions and sentiments. A judge say ono ne maame bro de na kromfo bi akotwa no obi a wakotwa no so o jail no timi mane years bebre aja wadwo. My Lord for it dear. Oh David. My Lord for it dear. As everybody of you.
For them. And they will be there. So while admitting that draft, every day my mother passed by him to go to the farm. Now, 1 year on, it is time for harvest. My mother wants to go and harvest the plantain to come and give to the Reverend Minister, the white priest, who speaks Latin. And then this young man has gone there. And you know, when they go there, they don't cut the plantain. They move it from the top. So my mother will walk all the way to the place before realizing that the plantain has been harvested. We sit in Accra here. When a magistrate at Gosu decides to send the boy to prison for 3 years, we sit in Accra here and say the man stole only a bunch of plantains. Do you know what it means what the bunch of plantain means to my mother? It's like stealing your car.
Wait, party, I mean, call law school now, but wait, dear. Hey, my Lord, with the greatest respect. Body, hey, and now, and zoning, corrupt public officers, and these people cannot even have sentence for them. Corrupt and criminal politicians, they really kakasiye, I bomb mine, or mutimi really more do I to me, and you friend for sika, they come, or mutimi preside this cases in Ukraine. Hey, Ghana, ye danger, hey, your future in you, and ye penifoni be a wicked towards a here for no. Say Chief Justice, the analysis me entia, obi a wakota mami board dear. Say, yeah, we are saying, say, Mudia here for Paco Mugu prison, Dodo. And here for cases, the Mudu one who did to make a decision sentences quick, and on a yeka. Eh? One moment, we are my sick public officers. 4 years was sit down by me and son. You pay your bet less than 20,000. Now say year in 20,000 one finance cranka. Mansion was in your bed. See where do you want to mean your calculator and to a court hole? And you susa the lawyers in the bosom of the judge. And find jelly sanko for no. Nemo will be a coach board, dear boon, near jelly will be no be a contour be. Now your jelly no bear 5 years. O beat me coco just and tokake bio near jelino. Na judge na who ding. O beat me Korea mobile phone near jelly bear 20 years. Now no ba could be a say go so by bio no could trouble the near money say 70 years. I'm say, hey, Ediani. Auntie, ya judges no. A woman say, Yan yet Dimramo ba omunye superhuman being. And because of the weakness of the law and favoritism and bias, and nothing a justice system no a problem in this country. Your justice system need a problem. Mahama by what come said I mamina and mamranya juma and at the end. Mahama by yai and another judge ate me issue a bench warrant. Bench warrant in Chelsea do some yedukotum. Say when I was say Brane be yanon. Mahama judge a pensui sanko for ye to ye. Omune Timmy Court and Supreme Court. Say Yako Kwashi will be bench warrant at watching. Yes. These are the people, but say nipa ni koye opposition party ni oh boa dan kebedu asem oh boa da and kombe interpreting na ka kire say okay o de bra ne be cheche obi anche ye mecho babra court bench warrant say ye hwe ne bra be yi wan ye nka se ye du asem and so mahama pensu ni sa judges we mu sa team we etimi court na Supreme Court e kokwashi say judge omo ayonko judge issue a bench warrant say obi etwa tro kaskaraka bia to no so ombra no me ya no keke no ye this national security this abrante enechi e de ne ko Supreme Court e ma judges wo mu tena ase oh dabi I mean selective justice na mo ye ne kron mu de enye kura enye selective justice ne nye auntie Any nyina ka ho MPP for no so kra mo ka ho bi. But anyway, that's politics. The obi be lose, obi be power. But I mean, on betete because on say nano na be ka kire mo say Afenyo Sh0cking omo prepare say omo den be court. Omo che dey pe case bi omo ye protest na police bi piano no opiane bi no. Yes, we defending no omo ye case etia no say assault. The ene ya omo showdown no mon get ready because when no Korea NDC platforms are omo dwa this Afenyo Sh0cking esi ye jail no eso omo jail no Attorney General so why any case na wie after this Chief Justice making sure no panel judges no yemfa ntum yate eti na no say me catch them say Afenyo Sh0cking me pikin tell say omo de be court here Attorney General office has received the docket of minority leader Afenyo Sh0cking's assault case awaiting prosecutorial review and decision. Yes. Eti neno Afenyo Sh0cking's amo showdown omo na eti omo fan ntum ne say nyina wa ha. Yes, we are waiting to see. Yeah, trying. Enti yenko tie bafu boni. Yenko tie no wo se ebra o sha ase ne yenko hwe ne age no na yenhwe say bibia da na kwa yenti ade.
My name is Paul Bafubodi. I'm a justice of the Supreme Court. I've been a justice of the Supreme Court since 11th of June 2008. So 17 years plus I've been a Supreme Court judge. Before the 11th of June, for 2 years I was a justice of the Court of Appeal. Before then I was 6 years as a High Court judge and 7 years as a Circuit Court judge. I was born on the 26th of December 1956. I went to Korongo Dumasi Secondary School in 1969, finished O-level in 1974 and A-level in 1976. I then proceeded to Legon, where I read BA Law from 1976 to 1979. Entered the law school in 1979 and left in 1981. I was called to the bar in 1983, 2 years after I had graduated from the law school, because when at the time we were being called to the bar, my colleagues were being called to the bar in 81, I was in Nigeria seeking greener pastures. I taught for 2 years in Nigeria before coming down to Ghana when I was called to the bar and I started practicing law. As a practitioner for about 5 years in the chambers of Dr. Takiotu in secondary, 1 year in secondary, and 4 years in Kajetia chambers in Kumasi, where I practiced with my friend, the late Sh0cking, until 1988 when I joined the Ghana Prison Service. I joined the Ghana Prison Service in 1988 and I underwent 6 months military training and I was posted to secondary. That's where I met my wife. At the time I met my wife, he was also a Bob No rank person. She didn't have any rank, actually, a sixth former who was then starting her career in the prison service. I was with the prison service for 2 years, till 1990, when we were told that I, as a deputy superintendent of prisons, couldn't marry a junior officer because we couldn't go to the mess together. So I opted out of prison service so that she could stay. So I joined the Internal Revenue Service, where I was the legal officer in charge of Eastern and Volta regions, also for 2 years. Then finally joined the bench in 1992 December. And
right, where Chief Justice Bafu Boni was here in 1956. As of now, was 69 years. Also 69 years. And a classmate be might be not in a classmate. Yes, also 69 years. See, 1956 yeah, that's 69 years on. Anyway, yeah, the time I call pension. We are here for retirement. So I was so I know day for the first time. So one year, Mahama Bayi. Mahama appointed Nayiri as Director General, Ghana Prison Service. MC Nayiri ni, Madam ini, Patricia Bafuboni. Aha. To one year, Ghana Prison Service, 1 year Director General. And ani kunusuna say Mahama as appointed to say ono so ye den Chief Justice. Inti I mean interesting. Ni kunusuna ya appointed as ono so as Chief Justice. Ti ebusu anu mo the NDC mu de MDC mo akoyie pa, but Bafuboni Yobia dissenting on views on when it comes to position on NDC there. Where are the pass? Amoka Supreme Court case election petition 2012-2013. Judges need dissenting views, no dissenting on a call for NDC 2020 the same thing. Inti yeah na mo huni pakura way. Bafuboni there. Or a long time NDC I sympathizer ne I mean why NDC for down for power Bafuboni there. Or more nimni pianim no. In fact, Ninia another Ninia Radio Godian Francis Bafuboni or no sooner Radio Godian one na communication case be or call prison or one on the case. Mahama boy or take US ya can kwasi asemi or call fight man and the case no so we have assembly here because any cases high court judge no Bafo che Bafo one tena sa case na sunti. I mean a whole team, a whole cartel, Ghana no. You must have address. Ghana na eso nya address. Aye, eso nya address. Asem chia o, share. Eti sa ukona ya say Mahama ba na say just a mere court warrant. Yetimi ko pack Supreme Court ya ko question it down. Sabre you be Mahama ba na ya suspend Chief Justice or get to kono number for boni take over na yetimi pack judges. Mon koda mon question me boy in case munya fa na ka say kwa. Share. Because sa brand no defend it. Papa Niniano, aha, it has what to tro eto sa Justice Cheba for no so. Yes, enema Justice Cheba for issue bench warrant. Some of us are Ganamra, or the Momanamra. Now, Mra no match baby cry me call ball pomini and the NPP for ball ponyard. I mean, this are Ghana no, your justice system no. I mean, Esikafoni Twitiaka, Esikafoni Twiaka, and he said, Uni house number, Uni Sika, Ghana, justice won't demand. Now, and you're very dangerous because that was the only hope for the poor. Justice system, and the only hope. And into now, country be on money be a piano. Justice system, net ye. Hey, so coco, so all lawyer, only lawyer. Or case in your baby mama, yem fit to preoccupy for uncle. Be so da. But Ghana, judge bet me what to call for home because you're the Marana mano. Now we are bringing your case, no. Judge and say, Massa, Ghana, your animal kingdom. It obia nyobia to walk aseti IGP you bet me chajele ama eti Bafuboni no Bafuboni they say no NDC for na ndi to dey I mean Chief Justice no nimfia ka say o 69 on enche no be call retirement Mahama I mean wabona baso wapeja no in the expense of get to kono in the expense of tukono I mean and you and until and then MPP for the person no mommy and cano credit moya nye yentia someone into us.
Members and justices of the Superior Court of Judicial shall not be raised in Parliament except on a substantive motion. He has just raised the question of the conduct of a Supreme Court judge who chaired the committee, and he describes it and the conduct and what the justice did as a travesty of justice. He has raised the conduct of that judge. He has. And the rules are clear. And I can assure you that I will not allow you to breach any inch of the rules today. No inch of the rules will I allow you to breach it.
Let me respond to him. Chairman, let me respond to him. Let me, Chairman, let me respond to him.
I cannot go and be giving you the opportunity when the person who is speaking is in the process of responding to the issue. It doesn't fit in the rules. Yes, Honourable Minority Leader, you have the floor.
Mr. Chairman.
Honourable members, order. Honourable Oman, order.
Mr. Chairman, let me make these preliminary comments before I address.
In response to...
Yeah, before I address, I've made an observation. The learned Attorney General knows how much I respect it. He knows how much I respect it. And this must be reciprocated by him. When the respected learned Mahama Yariga, leader of government business, was raising his objection, I remained quiet to listen to him because I know that decency requires that we listen to each other in silence. We are lawyers, and in the East, we must demonstrate that practice in Adaba for people to know that we listen and respond. So please, unless there is another plan that I don't know, unless there's another plan that I don't know, but whatever that is happening today, history is watching.
I mean, it was interesting, and that was Afenyo as well catching on because a game in an say, Yenya dear piano and to me and busa questions because Omo Pre Emma Omo interrogate Papa Noa and Ngwasebe Brebeba because at the end you're vetting, but with ye, oh, you could cheer fem, but almost say a friend say a vetting. Na vetting, and now Usro say Nipan, ye vetting Nipano, near Kunu. Asamoa, ye busano no year no. Sabaya, a Nipano, Wabasumo, Ghana for no, Ebehun Sampa, or buy no, Yabusan ABC. Where do you want to say that? Yampre Mubusan Bibia. In your crab, Baba and Echo, Yabaya Baba and Echo. Aye.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Nominee, congratulations, and I wish you well. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
This is how now more person near money and your bar near your bye. Now we are near country more civilians and citizens say, oh, yeah, your vetting committee. Now, Saborofono, now woman say, Abi, someone's already Ghana for nature say, Yentik Bronikas and Yakana yo, Yentiasi. And a vet in a class say, vet in a dear, Obana, Mr. Nominee. Congratulations. I wish you all the best. Bye bye, a veteran. Ah, Uncle for you, John for. Hey, just say, when you veteran, no, Mr. Nominee. Congratulations. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Nominee, congratulations, and I wish you well. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
This is a Omaya Yabe PM no. And so, Mammy got the constituent, no, because we are a member of the vetting committee. Na vetting class and say, Obibis as an vetting our call class and say, when you are vetting. So, Maya, we are serious. Say you want to vet a candidate for the higher court. No one could not say, congratulations, Mr. Nominee. bye-bye. Enyanwa. So, enyanwa. And these are politicians are woman and they think that they are so smart. Woman in Bibia and any panasono bebre ni etibon koso nti ya woman mwe. Eti do ombe ye bia na yete ho na ma fa ne normal. Because woman say any pano and one say you honorable no mutimi yo de. Honorable and honorable sa na ye namu. Na wo so o convert ni pano. Any pana o convert no. Question obusa no we verting. Aden na won pese ye bebusa ye bedo so ne yahunu se nipa no na dwene ni. Conflict of interest. Eni petete we dodo no na koye committee se yenko yi omo ankasa chief justice mfi ba ko mfiri ho. Ni nyina ese Ghana fo ne hunu oyi ano ne yehwe. Okoka so omo ye ho so omo akoko school bin teacher say wo ntimi mi so omo question na dey yesi nyansa gise wo akoko school ansa na wo hu nyansa. Na mo ko school ne kosi say ene ye ne. Anti Ghana ne dey onto say nipa no be rise no yebe bre onto say nipa no be rise yebe bre papa because omo hu ye say nipa no be bre no enkaja nipa no be bre enkoyi
we do have problems with the judiciary, I must say, and I think that it's necessary for some reforms to take place.
All the time, there be a problem with the judiciary. Every time, he will problem with the judiciary. Baby obejina bia. Anti wonu wabasa no. Na enyanwa wa say judiciary in there only cause okan said the Akufuado na wama pake eti wonu kra frafra den crop for lawyer for to also ka kire omo say obi anyere na obi amra na momra na pepepe ye fa bi mamo ye ma ye pake ye no ba ye ni 1 year kra almost 70 judges no do mako bench.
We do have problems with the judiciary, I must say, and I think that it's necessary for some reforms to take place.
Eti intent in the na clear. Intent na clear. And mami to konoi ne wofa e kasa ankrofo we hu. Wo mo ajeje ro say yeremi ekoku wo mo no. Hwa.
Was again hit with another sad news. This time it was not a coup. But the country woke up to the news of the gruesome murder of was again hit with another sad news. This time it was not a coup, but the country woke up to the news of the gruesome murder of 3 High Court judges and a retired army officer.
Fortunately, we have no hope that the current leadership of our judiciary can lead such a process of change. We can only hope that a new Chief Justice will lead a process to repair the broken image that our judiciary has acquired over the last few years.
It's not far-fetched. If you bring trouble, Justice Georgina Wood, Nash, or Simen Kacho, or Mataiko, or Si Wood Georgina, Min Kacho, so Oman to Kwesi, or my wing, or Bewaru, or so Bewaru. During the time of the war, so will marry you for you to see.
So these are NDC threat at all times on judiciary. Eti judges ne woman NDC threat from the president to everybody na the Ghana for the problem with this a problem wa na wa bay uba 10 months but you bet me cite so many cases as selective justice ekoso so many cases as selective justice ekoso so a problem wa eti has no job for the boys so they muntie mahama no aha no call for NDC lawyers ni judges so momra mra ne yempa fa mo court no yenye so judge ti ha.
Let me also say that often when we have come out of elections and we have won, everybody wants to go into the executive. Our lawyers, please, I beg you, some of you must be prepared to go onto the bench. And I know that some have very lucrative...
But our lawyers, most of them prepare, na mumbra bench so. Yeah, said you be free. We are not jail, we are not NDC judges, no more jail. Hey, the country we emu because is there only Muhammad Yasama and judges in Kwan will be or the Wakashi jails to see. Just say we communist inferior tactics by or hide behind democracy. To offer judge NDC judges and all.
They have practices, they don't want to leave those practices and go on the bench. But I mean, you can see what the current president has done. He's appointed the biggest number of judges onto the bench. It's more than 80 towards 100 and counting. He's packed the courts, and we know that they packed the courts because they want to avoid accountability after they have left office. And so all manner of people who are known to have been partisans, who have been executives of their party, who are in the legal profession, are being leapfrogged into the superior courts and other.
Tio, Obo Akufo-Addo so bo say Akufo-Addo asesa wo mo eye pro NPP. Edo mo ko nte say Mahama, yeso yen kancho say Bafo Boni. So obia Bafo Boni so obia ni say we pro NDC. Obia ni say papa yi Bafo Boni ye pro NDC. Etuzie yeso yen kancho say we NDC judge on. E say Mahama ama ya nya ami aye clear. Bafo Boni eye NDC chief justice. Etu nim na ne NDC ho nya asem wo do betum. Obebu mra so de watom. Based on Mahama analysis ya wo ye. Cause Osi Akufo-Addo asesa wo mo a justice no do mo ko ono Akufo-Addo appoint wo mo no. Osi wo dodo no a ye NPP for. Eti today with less than 1 year 69 judges and we appoint wo mo. Ye busa se John Mahama. Eti yeso yen kasa sa judges ni nyina no eye NDC. Ghana for mo mark mo nja nso. Mahama ka kire mo ne nkrofo no do maba no.
Are being leapfrogged into the superior courts and other places. And so we must be prepared as NDC legal persons to also go onto the bench so that we can balance out, you know.
Okay, it is say I clear. It is say judges na one dey dodo no ano NDC judges according to Mahama no analysis. Shocking. Very very shocking say baby o my we pa yetie na ye de fa sa kwa we so. Enyo. Na yenkotie de ntia minority working out from the committee based on judges here tiwe wo mududu ono ano nkrofo mo ana kwotena ase koyi chief justice took no free ho wo mo asa group yi papa ore hwene ni justice pawani de otu say wo dwam pipi for otu say hwene ni otu so nya Afenyo ma kakro bebo no otu so on pen pipi for asem 1 and minim de pipi for de aye no se ne say otu say na eduru no so say ese wo hwa one na say dobre ko o mi so ono ya tuguba no won say ba ko bi di atuguba ko retirement etutu say wo mo no wo say na say ke ye ne be chief justice na Akufo-Addo ba na ayi obe appointed mami tuko no yi etutu say justice Pawan we ni de when you just say who me so hear video no wo hwe Afenyo ma ke no ayi na nim star bi ye hwade
for them, and they will be there. So while admitting that there are some people who shouldn't be there, there are also some people who are there because they have to be there. And honorable, we are always talking about a bunch. My name is Paul Bafo-Boni.
He raised the objection. You didn't give me the opportunity to respond. And you're saying that you have ruled. I mean, what is the fairness in this? He just raised the objection. He didn't refer to any rule this time. This time, he didn't refer to any rule. And then he says that we should go and do press conference.
Honorable Minority Leader, kindly proceed.
It is our contention that the process leading to the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Araba Isaba Tokonu was unfair, a lacked due process, it did not adhere to any constitutional procedure.
I was out here. Back on power, the alternative on the committee chairman or me, ye, mammy, for the name. At the moment, almost Afenyo Marcus, I cross our tangent to know, oh my world. Say, I call over Titi, now call cry, I don't know about Titi, sir. So, 80 judges were with the and your NPP for women covering us and your woman bury you. Hey, woman bury any young woman, and your mom prepare. Mom prepare not Justice Pawan to Supreme Court benches or none or no done for Asaba, body Asaba Chief Justice, and your mo. talk for him. Me say NPP for money asem. We the case be a court to ombese no. Case be a mo court to be ombese no. Ombese no. Ombese no.
The committee and the country that we, the minority caucus, hereby vote en bloc to reject the nominee. We would want to state on record that the majority can proceed with the questions. We do not intend to proceed with any question. We are, however, registering in the strongest terms that we reject the nomination, and the records should reflect that the report of this committee be a majority report. Honorable colleague, when we show you respect, reciprocate. So far, we have extended to you every courtesy. We've heard all those unpalatable words. We've heard the abuse. So please, for posterity's sake, listen to us. We don't need to vet a nominee before we vote against the nominee. We have preliminary issues well grounded in law. You may disagree with us. And we say that on the basis of that, we cannot be part of a process that would give rights to another and deny another of her bona fide as enshrined in the Constitution. Chairman, that said, we would yield to you to proceed whilst we exit this committee room with our views well documented for the records, and on the floor we shall proceed with the debate, further stating our position and take a vote against the nominee as required by the rules of the plenary. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Minority Leader.
Okay, Enti, that was a statement from the minority leader, Afenyo Marking. Na wakachiro omo say DSA based on conduct any nearby course omo pese Ghana for betting into omo etwe omo afrem enko parliament hazard we na fe enko on record say only the majority and the chief justice neighbor wiase nyina ehwe because justice system obia interest say omo bia mo asomdwe omo a ejina ne justice system so said the mra ye adwuma but say koba ne say Ghana your justice system no be politicized. Now, at the end of the day, politicians control the system. They decide who they can jail, they can persecute. Or minor investors, ebenya low confidence. Me no ka say British government, or my issue a letter say almost studies the economy, investor confidence, echo from based on. I mean, or my there's any safe in injustice, so political persecution of a biasness of the justice of the law. Almost so eti we na akoso no ebe dented the image of the chief justice and a record around the world obi ehwebi omo the bullying, the abuse of power, abuse of the numbers which is the majority obi ehwebi and also the circumstances I did chief justice when you remove abaya quite shocking. And Ghana se say ni ye no a ye de say ya obia betimi abai anything all because of say yempe no kore. A team to protect our wrongdoings. So Ghana, you was somebody. So that was NPP for walk away. Almost and I mean, Oma walk out into and the chief justice of Abbey. Only NDC for chief justice. Ena Omadiaba. It is your Akatia woman after my world. Akatia woman because on record and yet crack.
I want you to respond.
No, Chairman,
so
but
I don't want your response on this.
To the extent that you've raised it, I just need to.
Honorable
Chairman,
Minority Leader,
Chairman,
you have your day.
Chairman,
you have your day. The two microphones should be off.
Chairman,
the two microphones should be off. With all due respect,
we have registered our position.
Honorable Minority Leader,
that we have rejected. We don't need to vex
agreed on your position.
We rejected, and we
agreed on your position. Yes. When it is time for voting, then you can vote against the nominee. Yes. So we thank you very much, and we wish you a very good luck. Honorable members.
Why you wish us a good luck?
Yes, sir. Yeah, okay. Yes. Honorable members, those present.
Eti OG for so OGs no my wild because I identify image. Chief Justice never identify image on record. See their faces. I was see my face. Also when you know when mom sisi ho. To me yamu desasa OGs we mu. To me omo de. Omo di to me bullying crop for sa no nemu. To me power drunkards. I was saying here so omo ye dear for as well omo say mrakra sa OGs a good country omo it's OGC on my world because vet number veto, but on record a reason na be who say one halfway a teacher man for on my world pa on my world papa go ye because record na when you know and you say no more penal at Abasa ya form nsi na obi antu no for NPP for no so mfa mo adwen ba bia duro no samu hia power mo amunu de samu ye ka bibia ankofo mo asonte mukuta power next time but ka NPP for no bebre no anu se omo no ma as 8 years kra no ma bre na se no ma bre nti omo kra I mean easy ye ja power no but yen hope say NDC so ombe ma democracy na smooth dia Finapina, was it the interjustice was too much? Yes, it was intentional. Say, Yamunfokwa be also to frustrate the minority so that they can walk out. Yeah, so it was intentional. And so I wish say minority no stand firm, no matter disrupted the system. No, me pencil so because walk out almost stage walk out. No, because and no more say on be firm walk free. And one no more share. Because almost frustrated one now. Ubeka say we are fed up. Let's move on. But I don't know the party positioner. I don't know. My trial lawyer Bribu. I mean, book appointment for interview, but my on peke quarantine. I don't know. Maybe I know also when your client. So quite shocking, and NPP should pay attention because when him about to say now that Mahama pake court no NPP for your case almost be we MPP na case also because sa case we Afenyo case last time I catch them no on say deputy attorney general no e dia betum say omo de Afenyo ke be court so today na Afenyo ke say dre chief justice he what dre no ono so na be pack court cases me say e wo high esteem sa no ono na be pack judges bench ni ene dia etu o pack bench na waso be hye attorney general wo say a team eti ometima kasa omejisu no as a scapegoat we cry why dey say I say dey assault case omo say dey assault case so wabo police ni eti obetima twa jail ama Afenyo mark bi 3 months 6 months na be precedence na omo be kasa ma yes mahama say we resetting I mean NDC time we know bibia possible oh yeah Cause no meaning MPP for no bit say uchema won to me musa no ekwa bia so so MPP ni bi di ne kotum na e justify some paye kan yeah na justify ya wasamba no Paul Ghana assemble po enti MPP for munyina yi why and yamon prepare how ambesi massive protest serious demonstrations inside ya omo de masuga be dwananka